Hello everyone, TAC1421 here. Welcome back to some more Pokemon TCG Online. We are playing in the Limitless Qualifier number 3 here, and we are reporting to you at 5 a.m. in the morning, my local time, getting ready for this tournament. I want to go through the deck breakdown of this deck. We are playing Trevenant Dusknoir. And Trevenant Dusknoir GX was a, what's it called, promo card. SM2, what is that? I can't see it, it's too small. Is it 217, something like that? Whatever, 217 or 237? I can't tell. But essentially, we are going to be trying to disrupt our opponent with Night Watch. 150 damage for 3 psychic energy. Choose 2 random cards from your opponent's hand. Your opponent reveals those cards and shuffles them into their deck. 270 HP. It is weak to dark, which I'm a little worried about. Retreatness of 3. So yeah, how do we get all the energy on? Well, Trevenant Dusknoir has seen a lot of play in Malamar Mewtwo decks, but we are essentially just going full-on Trevenant Dusknoir here, and we are going to be playing it with Mismagius. Mismagius, Mysterious Message. Once during your turn, you may draw cards until you have 7 cards in your hand. If you drew any cards in this way, this Pokemon is knocked out. It also has an attack, but we never use it and don't have to worry about it. So, stage 1, obviously. And yeah, so we're essentially going to give our opponent some prizes here, and that gives a lot of options with the deck. We played 2 Pheromosa and Buzzwole, and you'll notice we don't play any grass energy. So why are we playing this card? What are we doing? Well, essentially we get down to 3 prizes, and we use B-String. B-String, you've seen it before. You search your deck for 2 basic energy, attach them to an Ultra Beast, which our Pheromosa and Buzzwole GX is. And of course we have to have 3, our opponent has to have 3 or 4 prize cards remaining in order to use this. So we get our opponent down to 3 or 4 prizes. We use the B-String. We attach it onto the Pheromosa and Buzzwole. And then we use Tag Switch to bring 2 over to another Pokemon, which we will bring onto the Trevenant Dusknoir. So the idea of the deck is to get this going turn 1, hopefully. We have a bunch of stuff to hopefully disrupt our opponent. And then hopefully we can get this on turn 1 or 2 as soon as possible and start using Night Watch. And we also have some reset stamps in the deck, and this is just to set our opponent to whatever amount of prize cards they have remaining, and then we get rid of their hand basically with Trevenant and Dusknoir. So that essentially is the deck. We play 3 Duststones. Duststone gets, we're able to evolve into the Mismagius as soon as we put down the Duststone. So if we have the Mischievous on the bench, we use the Duststone, and then we get a Mischievous right away. We kind of avoid all the normal evolution rules. We play 4 Mysterious Treasure. That's to get our Psychic Pokemon out. We play 3 Tag Call. This gets us our tag team Pokemon, as well as some of our tag team supporters if we need them. We play 2 different tag team supporters in Caitlin and Cynthia, which is discard a card, draw 3, as well as put a supporter into your hand. And then we play 1 Malalana for healing. We can get some of these cards back with the Caitlin Cynthia. It kind of depends on the matchup. We are going to be going down on prizes pretty much every single matchup. So I do play 2 Lieutenant Surge Strategy, and we play 2 Power Plant to hopefully lock our opponent more, avoid like Dedenes and stuff like that. I mentioned the order pads. Actually, I'm not sure if we did. 3 order pads. We flip a coin, and if we get heads, we get to search any item card in our deck. So this kind of helps get the combos going if we can hopefully hit heads on those. We don't play any abilities. It's early in the morning, sorry. We don't play any abilities in this deck, so we do have the ability to use greens. Exploration. Search your deck for 2 cards and reveal them and put them into your hand. So this really helps. We need to get this hopefully as soon as possible. We have the 7 Psychic Energies. We have the Marnies, 2 Marnies. This disrupts our opponent even more. And then we have the only new card we have from the new set, Rebel Clash, is this Boss Orders card, which I managed to get 3, luckily. And we only play 2 in this deck. And this is just a Lysander, basically. You just go ahead and gust your opponent up into the active. And that's pretty much the deck. I think I explained every card except for this Blacephalon. And we've seen this card before in a lot of different decks. Essentially, the whole reason I have this is if we do get down to 3 prizes, which or if our opponent gets down to 3 prizes, and we have an ability to get some cool knockouts, some things that are really useful for our opponent to have, like maybe we want to knock out their Jirachis or stuff like that, we can take some knockouts easily with that. Also, for plain mill, this is going to be our go-to card to use usually. So, yeah, that is the deck. The matchups are kind of unique. It really depends if we want to go first or second based on what we're playing against. So we'll see what we're playing against, we'll talk about it, and we'll decide if we want to go first or second, and essentially try to get the Night Watch out as soon as possible. We are going to be also using Pale Moon GX in some matchups, and this is just if you have 3 energy, 3 psychic energy on there, then it discards all of their energy onto their active Pokemon, and if they're still in the active at the end of the turn, they get knocked out. So that's really useful against a lot of different decks, and it's going to be coming to handy, especially against things like ADP. Really useful, and also some of the electric decks and a lot of decks we're going to be using Pale Moon GX. If you only have the 2 energy on there, it still has the effect that they get knocked out at the end of the turn if they're still in the active, but it doesn't get rid of their energy. So we really only want to use this if we have the 3 energy attached, which shouldn't be too difficult to do. And yeah, so that's pretty much the deck, and wish me luck, and I'll see everyone in hopefully round 1 if we get our recording software set up and there's no issues and all that stuff. So yeah, all right, peace everyone.
You did it, Psyduck! Psyduck!